All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the
Yeah.
multi-timed flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. What's up, man?
What's up, man? So what's up? You know, ain't too much. I mean, it's some NFL to talk about, but
A little bit, a little bit.
we splash in there into the draft, but college basketball in there. I'm kind
I
of
got a
upset
hot
with the.
take. I got a hot take real fast since you
Uh-huh,
as soon
uh-huh.
as you said something about college basketball. What is the reason of watching college basketball anymore?
Uh,
Like I feel like there is
mm,
nobody we know or is getting drafted high is playing. It's been like that for the past maybe 4 years straight. Where it's just been
yeah,
what is the point? Like is college basketball now just completely and solely relegated to just amateur basketball?
basically.
Like there's no hype to it at all. Like this is like for some years now it's like it's just not the same feeling
Most
anymore.
of the top player international, or if they are
Hmm.
like they
G
come in college,
League.
they like they yeah they can go G League now. They if they come as like 1 year, and like only the first like 10 players you care about in the NBA draft. After that, it's just like
Yeah, it's like
the best European guy, or the best senior, or the
yep.
best graduate student. I don't know. It's just been a lot of people who role players basically.
I
After the
think
top 10 NFL, I mean NFL, NBA
NBA.
draft picks is all like role players after that.
But that's typical, but it's just there is no star. Like there's nobody's like, oh, I gotta watch this guy play. It's nobody. Japanese
Nope.
Steph Curry, that's the Nebraska guy that had one good game and now all of a sudden people were supposed to be hyped for him. It just feels like it's over with.
It's
It's over
better,
with.
and like that's I mean I watched a lot of more women's college basketball this year
That's what
than
everybody says. That's what every single person I ask about college basketball says. Like the
because
women,
they start freshmen are coming back next year.
they playing
Like
for
it
five
ain't like
years. Yeah.
it ain't like the top freshmen. That's like John. Like this year with women's basketball, if you look at like they even beyond they top five like All American, because they All American
Hmm.
list had what Juju, homegirl from Notre Dame, Cameron Brink, uh, Kaylin Clark,
Hmm.
and who was the fifth person? Was it homegirl from USC? I mean, no, nobody from South Carolina made it. Who was
Nobody.
what
Yeah.
Angel? I think it was Angel
Nah, it
on
wasn't
there.
Angel because people was mad.
Who was it? Who was the fifth one?
The
But
girl from UConn.
yeah, Paige
Yeah,
Beckers.
the
Yeah.
point guard. Yeah,
So I'm just saying, like, and then two of those people on the list is playing next year, and
yeah. And
like,
then
so
the other three people that are on that
are
list have
seniors.
played for have been playing for 4 years. Like,
So it's just like, and now they finally going to the WNBA. So
but the
that's where the hype is. It's just like
women's
they're finally
basketball has the opposite problem though, where
right.
once they go to the WNBA, their whole career just dies. Like
No,
nobody
actually,
cares
not lately.
anymore. But
Well,
nobody
not
cares about Sabrina Ionescu like that. Like
yeah, but she's a
when the
little older.
season is
But
going on, when is the WNBA season start and end? Do you know off
it's
the top of
about to
your
start
head?
now. It starts in like April, May.
That shit is so crazy. I couldn't tell you. I just know when
Yeah,
highlights
I'm about to
start
say. I
popping up
think
on
it's
my
about to
phone.
start. I think it's about to start now. Actually,
But
if
it's
I'm not
just that they
mistaken.
have the opposite problem where it's like you go to the WNBA and you kind of just start to blend in. Maybe a couple years from now, you start balling out, going crazy. Because who was the other white girl that was that was getting triple doubles every game? Like,
Brianna Stewart,
nah, maybe I don't know. It was
the girl
five,
from
6, 7
UConn.
years ago. Like,
Yeah, the girl from UConn. Yeah, but I mean, she usually they come in and dominate. Because the girl from last year, Aaliyah from I think was it South Carolina, Aaliyah Boston.
mm,
She went into the WNBA and did
start was
numbers. Like I
hooping.
mean, they
I
go
don't
over there
know.
and hoop, but
I
it's just
wouldn't know.
like no, that's it. They go over there and hoop, don't they? So
I'm
and
sure
like
they do
obviously like so and but with the dudes, it's just like the best dudes is not playing in college basketball.
at all. My personally, the real take was it's over with. We just need kill AAU college basketball is going to be for bums only. You know what I mean? Like strictly, you're not going to the league. This is your chance to play, make some money, is
for
go to college.
overseas and
Yeah,
then
but
go
before you go
overseas.
overseas, yeah, you can come here and make a little money, try to be a
But they can
star.
make good bread overseas. Basketball is one of the only
They can
sports
make
that
good
like
money in college now.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm
You can make
saying. Like
$100,000 a year just being a
all
kid
you
that
gotta
plays
do is
somewhere for
be
3 years.
all you gotta do is be good enough for some school to want to pay you.
Yeah, that's it, literally. But
There you go.
that's my point is that I think we're gonna have to adopt the overseas model at some point of like, hey, 15 or whatever, 15, 16. Once you hit high school, you can join a real team and you do that. I think the child labor laws is a little sketchy, but
I was like,
we
yeah,
can figure that
ain't
out.
no. But if I think about it, is ain't no 15-year-old gonna be able to hoop in the NBA
No, not
like
the
they do
NBA. No, 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 no. Well,
overseas.
no, not yeah. But why couldn't you do some G League
Maybe
type shit where it's like, hey, you're
the top 15 to 18-year-olds all play with each other or
yeah, where they
something.
all just play in one league. Like
Yeah, but that's
something.
AAU.
Or just open it up to where, okay, if you 17 in college, you already technically you underage, why couldn't you just pay kids at a certain age, like you get to join this league, the G League. We put 4 or 5 more teams into the G League, and it's all kids that can't go to school and can't declare for the draft. And you play against grown men, you play against other kids your age, and you making some money. You already going to college to make money. So what's the
Yeah, but
difference?
the thing about it is because they don't have college sports in Europe. If I'm not mistaken, do they colleges have basketball teams?
No,
Because it's
no.
like, so okay, so it's just like they top players are playing in like because you know Europe got Euro League and then they got like A League, B League, C League, and things like so they are playing in like with older grown men because then you got grown men coming from other countries trying to play in those leagues too. So it's I don't know. It's kind of like soccer, kind of like you know how soccer you could be 16 and playing the pros and stuff like that, 16, 15.
Yeah.
But if you're good enough, it's kind of like if you're good enough to play with the pros in soccer, then you could play with the pros.
But wait, ain't there some shit
But
like that in baseball too? Don't motherfuckers be 15 getting drafted and shit?
yeah, they come from the Dominican Republic and Cuba and things like that. Like
But what's the
because
difference? Isn't there are such thing as child labor laws, right?
but the thing about it is
But
coming from a different country.
it's cool if
It,
you Mexican or some shit.
if you're
That's fucked
European,
up.
yeah. If you're not American, because I don't know, because we
Uh
frown upon it here, I guess. Because Bryce Harper opted out of high school and went straight to JUCO and got drafted early. Remember back in
yeah.
2011, 2012, he opted out of his junior year of high school and went to community college for 2 years and got drafted at 18
I mean,
and called.
if this is what we doing anyways, why like we already got rid of the
It got to be
barrier of
it's
college.
because then you're gonna have a lot of kids opting out of parents letting them opt out to
Yeah.
not get a high school degree and then
Yeah, if you getting paid 100,000 to go play the league minimum in the NBA is like $1 million.
yeah, but Bryce Harper was he was on the Chosen One magazine. He was a certified number one pick. Like there wasn't no question about where he was getting drafted when he opted out. Like
True.
we talking about parents letting their kids because some parents think like kids now, so they gonna think they kid better than what they kid think.
So, okay, a standard G League contract to play one season is $40,000.
They can make more than that in college. They can make more than that now in high school.
Yeah. So, but my point is, okay, and players on a two-way contract can make anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000. At some like that's going to keep going up and going up and going up, right? Don't you
Right.
think there are kids right now? You telling me, think about everybody that you know that hoop. You telling me it ain't none of them that would be like, fuck it, I'll go take the 20,000, 30,000 a year just to go hoop for what? From October to whenever, May, October to April, 8 months or 6 months. Shit. Six
Yeah, but
months,
then
I make
that
20,000. And then I go back to school, finish school up after that. Go to school during the summer. Like, what's the
but
difference? Then I'm gonna go to college and make even more money after that. If I get opt out of the contract,
yeah,
like whatever it is.
but the thing about it is, I think there's still that rule where once you technically paid as a pro, you can't go back and play college ball.
That's fucking stupid. That's my whole point. All the whole this whole the idea of college basketball now, the way everything is set up, it's
That's
over,
college
man.
sports, period. Though
It's
once you get paid to play the
over.
sports, you can't go play. Well, that's the rule now. Now they're getting paid to
But
play
that
it,
don't even make sense. Yeah, like, but
but they technically not getting paid to play it. They getting paid for their likeness and like their
yeah,
you
image
know
and likeness. Yeah,
image and likeness, not because they're playing. Well, the image and likeness come from playing, but they're not
yeah.
technically calling it that.
That's so dumb. The because what we're football's already doing it. Football, college football is about to be the Big Ten is the AFC and the SEC is the NFC. And that's basically where we about to be
Right.
for probably the next 10 years ish. They paying players, quarterbacks. I think what they were saying was like a quarterback is getting $1 million,
2 million. Yeah, damn near
just
about two
like a
million
regular
now.
one, like just a regular guy that's going to start 3 years from now. We got to pay him $1 million a year to come play for Iowa. Like that's like we already doing it. Why are we just pretending and beating around the bush? Let's just get rid of this whole thing. Make the systems. Hey, the college sports is no longer college sports. You can get a scholarship if you want. You can study if you want, but really, we just amateur sports. Then you keep all this shit alive. You keep the Texas football tradition alive. You keep KU basketball tradition alive, but it's just
So,
amateur
but
sports
the
now.
thing about it is like it being attached to a school and things with the students and things like that. That's what makes it college sports. It's not technically like, oh, this is amateur because it
I mean,
technically
I
is
get it.
amateur, but it's
It
just like,
is. Especially now you
but
paying people. It's just amateur basketball. It's
yeah,
amateur NBA.
but the history connected to a certain school and a city because once you if you take it away and say, okay, well, Kansas is not really technically Kansas basketball now. Now they just the Jayhawks. And so
But no,
it's
you
just
can
like
still run it all through the school the same way. All the money and infrastructure is already set up to just keep it this way. Just quit pretending and just
so
make
the
it,
athletes
hey,
can choose if they want a degree or not.
yeah, you can you sign in a contract. Hey, you
No,
sign the
I mean I
contract, you
get it.
stay here for 2 years. You can already transfer whenever you want. What's the difference? It's not like you can't leave school, but now, hey, I signed this contract. Bam. It says I can't transfer within
So
two
basically,
years. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm signing a contract saying like I don't have to get a degree if I don't want. My sole
Yeah, I'm
purpose
coming
here
here
at
to play.
this school is to play basketball.
Yes.
Don't ask me about nothing else. I'm
I'm not,
preparing for the
yep.
NBA
Yep.
or the pro sports, and then
Yep.
I'm just here representing your school to get your school on the map. X, Y,
Yeah.
and Z.
And
I like it.
then you
I like
make
it.
the kids the shit we were just talking about for the kids, you just have subsidiaries of the college that just have a high school attached to it. Lawrence High School now at KU is like, hey, that's the high school. You go to
And
this
then
high school to play basketball. Like,
kind of like a prep school.
yeah, just like IMG, the perfect example.
Yeah.
Nobody's like, oh, I'm going to IMG to get an education.
It's
Back
like
when we was
it's
kids,
a fifth
nobody's
year to
going
go
to
to
Oak
D
Hill.
one.
Yeah, I'm not going to Oak Hill or Montverde back then 10 years ago to study to go be a lawyer. No, I'm going to
And
play
it
basketball.
right, and the teachers know that too. Like I'm here to
Everybody
hoop.
know that.
Like it's just
They
like
taking stupid classes like just dumb shit. Glitter class. Hey, every class we just use glitter. That's the whole class. Like dumb shit. So what is the difference? My thing, that's my whole thing is just like it's over with. Let's quit pretending. Let's just rip the band-aid off and create the system now so that 5, 10 years from now, we not in an even weirder situation where we trying to figure out like how the fuck is this supposed to work for the next 50 years. Like, no, they already showed us overseas how it works. You
but
got
then
the
you
amateur team and you got the
so then basically for every sport that college has, you basically so when is it fair or unfair for certain sports to be like, oh,
it's
that's
over with. That shit is over with. Like
it's just like
women's
oh
pole vault is over with.
it's
We can't
like
afford it no more.
can the golf team can the top golf player at the school be like, well, even though I'm not as a big name as him, I don't want an education either. I just want to come here and play golf. Like
Yeah.
what like it's like so
I mean, at
now if
some
you just
point, yeah.
so every player on the baseball team can say I don't want to play. I don't want to every play, even if they don't start for 4 years. It's like I'm just here playing baseball. Like I don't need an education. Just as long as I make
I guess it depends. I guess you could still,
only the top players can do that, or
you,
everybody who's under this school playing that sport.
you could still in this version have some weird loophole where you can still be like walk on scholarship kids can still make it, can still come. Like,
But they have to go to school.
but you
If
basically,
you
you're gonna be, if
if
you do that way and you're not good enough, you have to go to school because you're not good enough for us to
if you're a
just sign you
scholarship,
to a contract.
if you a scholarship player,
Yeah,
so if you get a scholarship and we paying for your school, then you have to go to school. But if
basically,
you
yeah.
got if you got a contract to represent the school and just be a
Yep.
player,
You
then
just
you
here
can do that.
playing.
You
Yep.
just here playing.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with that.
I don't see that. I think that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
So it's like some of
I'm
y'all
perfect.
aren't
I'm
good
not the
enough to go pro. You can come get an education. We'll pay for it. You're good enough to play for us, but we know like you
You're
either gonna
not
have to
going pro.
develop crazy, and then that's the thing is like if you develop crazy, maybe we can get you out the
Your
scholarship, sign you to the big
and your
contract.
but if you develop crazy and your you develop crazy because then you're gonna have NIL deals coming in.
Exactly. So it don't even matter. Like you getting
It's,
NIL deals with the scholarship is either way. If you good,
right.
so it's like the shit where
So
it's at
then
right
that
now
next year,
makes no sense.
you could be like, "Yo, I make like two
Yeah.
hundred 50,000 a year. I don't need schools.
I'm so good. Or you have a
Go
situation
to
where
or
like a kid gets
they can
signed,
transfer though,
but not
because if
even
you a
that.
scholarship student, you could transfer technically because you
Yeah.
never signed a contract. So you could
Yep.
be like, you can either offer me this or I'm gonna go to another school that's offering me a contract.
Which technically makes it better for you to go get the education because you actually more free. So then you're gonna
Yeah,
have people that lean. And I was just thinking, this is exactly what happened eventually is you'll have one kid that's the number 10 recruit from wherever, bumfuck wherever, Idaho. He goes to Iowa State and signs the contract. Hey, I'm projected to be a first round NBA pick, right? He
right.
goes to Iowa State, trash. He not making the league, right? Like kind of like how people looking at Bronny right now. It's like, okay, you was the
Right.
top, and then now all of a sudden people are like, are you even gonna make it in the league? And then you're gonna have another kid right alongside him that just came. I'm studying engineering, but I also got a scholarship here to play basketball. And all of a sudden, 2 years in, he a top 10 pick. Now what? Now, hey, I'm about to fuck this. I'm transferring to Texas.
Right.
Transfer to Texas, get a big contract, and all of a sudden I'm out the contract. I'm going top 10. I get NIL, I get contract money, and I'm going to the league after that. It's like that's what's gonna happen. It just the money is out there. People spending the money already.
No, I mean
It don't
I
make
think
no
that's
difference besides just taking the training wheels off and saying fuck it.
I mean sound cool because you got to think the starting five is gonna all be contract players that basically anyway. You
Most
probably gonna
likely,
only
yeah.
have and you probably only gonna have two more contract players on your bench, your six man or and then
Mm-hmm.
your seven man. Everybody else after that is your eighth player is probably gonna be like the swing player, depending on if you want to or not. But 9,
Yep.
10, 11, 12 on your bench is probably gonna be scholarship.
You to get it out
Like
the mud players like, hey, you came here on a scholarship. You got to get your own NIL money with your
with your
agents.
own right.
Figure that all out
You better
yourself.
get on Instagram or TikTok and start getting your image up or something. Whatever you want to do. Hoop
Boy.
better. I don't know what you want to do.
All right,
Yeah,
we done broke down there. We fixed college sports. Bam, we fixed it
there you
right
go.
there.
Happy. Thank you,
So,
NCAA. Pay us
man,
later.
right. But yeah, the tournament's on all that good stuff. But we're gonna jump into some football shit because it is before the NBA playoffs. So we gotta
Still.
gotta talk about something.
Seven. The NFL done did so much before the playoffs for the NBA started.
Yeah,
Congratulations, NBA.
NFL has just taken over. Like we're basically creeping up to the point also where like football, it's like football and then every other sport is just you have to deeply care about that sport. I don't
Yeah.
really know a lot of just casual people that are into basketball. It's like you either watch everything or you don't watch it all.
Or you wait till playoffs.
Or you one of those people where you listen to podcasts and watch TV and shit and listen to people talk about it, and then when the playoffs come on, you pay attention. But that's which is sad. But to say that NFL is king to the point where right now we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation. That's more important and more gripping and entertaining
Hey.
than getting straight into NBA basketball or the NCAA tournament or anything else sports related going on. You know how sad that is? The
Hey,
draft is a month away, and that's more important.
before we start this, I just want to know,
Mm-hmm.
or I just want to tell you how deep my hatred is for Zach Wilson is,
That you had to
because
bring him
this
up
is
again.
how I no, this is I thought this was Justin Fields versus Zach Wilson,
Oh,
not this is that's why when I was texting you the whole time, I'm
that
like, why
makes a
would
lot of
anybody
sense.
pick Wilson at all over here?
That makes
I
a lot
even
of
got this.
sense.
I even got the stat by stat side by side with him and Zach Wilson thing.
Okay.
I'm really about to grill this dude. Like, I don't understand why people think this man.
You really hate Zach Wilson that much? Oh, you didn't even think about like, hey, Russell Wilson and Fields play on the same team.
No, it just jumped straight because they got drafted in the same
Yeah.
draft. So I thought it was gonna be a draft argument, like, oh, who's the better quarterback from this draft? But then I looked, I'm like, it's definitely Fields. Like, I don't understand
Oh
where this
man,
argument is going.
that is hilarious. Yeah, well, definitely over Zach Wilson for sure. But no, no.
Okay.
So the question is, it's just been bothering me because I mean I feel like we both gonna say the same. I know for a fact we're probably still gonna have the same answer here, but um, I just heard too many people debating this. It's too many shows, and I understand these shows and what we're doing. Like part of what you do is, be entertaining, and but
Right.
still, it's just been like okay. So a lot of people have just been debating whether or not who's going to start, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. And I'll just throw it to who in your mind is I guess the
I
question
mean,
I'll
it
ask is
is.
who will start the majority of the season? That's the question
Uh,
I'll ask.
I think Russell Wilson will.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it's. I don't really think it's close. Like, I love Fields too. Don't get me wrong. I think he deserved a chance to start somewhere. But if there was any place to deserve a chance to start, it would probably be behind the starting quarterback on the shortest leash.
True. True.
So it's just like neither of them is really tied down with the Pittsburgh Steelers for anybody to be like, okay, we have to start him and keep him in 16 games. Like, it's just like if Russell is looking shaky, and to be honest, training camp might be the most important. I won't be surprised if Hard Knocks try to go to Pittsburgh this year just to see what this is going to look like behind the scenes, because training camp going to be real big for both of them. Because I don't need. They
Yeah.
said Russell Wilson is going to start, but I feel like he could lose it by the end of preseason, depending on how that goes.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do a lot of stuff with starters, and because this is a whole new offense, whole new offensive coordinator, which means preseason is gonna be really like week 1, week 2 for them.
Yeah. This is funny.
so,
I totally
so
thought you was gonna go straight Justin Fields.
no. I think he is smart. I feel like any team was smart with Fields because his contract. Like, he's not a he's young. He's still on his fourth year this year, so
Yeah.
he still got a fifth year option.
Yep.
And then it's just like he's not really gonna hit your bank if you really fall in love with him the next 2 years, unless he just has monster years the next 2 years.
I mean, he gonna get 40.
So I don't think he's gonna get 40.
Daniel Jones, this is where we live at now. Daniel
Yeah,
Jones
but
got 40.
Daniel
Justin Fields got to get 40.
Daniel Jones went to a playoff game though. That's the only argument. So it's just like, so he
True.
had I don't say he had an argument for 40 because he didn't deserve it, but he got more of an argument for Fields, because if Fields
Yeah.
don't even start this year, if Fields don't even start majority of games this year, and he only had one full year starting, which is his fifth year
Yeah.
again since, nah, he's not going. He's probably gonna get 3 years, 95 million, or well, by
The
that time
the
it's probably
Baker
gonna be three
contract.
years. Yeah, it's gonna be a Baker. It's like, let's see if we really like you again. You might just be a traveling journeyman, a bridge, a Justin, a
Yeah.
Jameis Winston type quarterback.
Yeah, I can see that. It's funny because I thought you was gonna argue Fields to the point where I have an entire because I knew the conversation would end up at the contract, and I figured we was the Daniel Jones Fields comparison was gonna have to happen. But like, so I have a whole breakdown of
You thought
Fields
I was gonna come in here
versus
and go crazy?
yeah, versus Daniel Jones, especially with how you reacted. Now I'm thinking about it, that shit is hilarious. But how you reacted, I was like, hold on. So I done broke down Fields versus Daniel Jones. They all the weapons they had in their first 3 years and all that shit, and how Daniel Jones is way better and he got paid. And it's like, well, like where does Fields fall into that? If we throwing Daniel Jones away, even though he got signed, it's like that's why people scared to sign Fields and do all this. But we agreed in. Well, no, we don't agree because I actually do think at the end of the day, Justin Fields is probably going to start more games this season. So we actually disagree here, but in a opposite way than I thought.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
mean, games on the season. If I don't really, I think he's going to get some starts by the end of the year. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to start every game and just be a perfect quarterback for him. It's going to be this argument by week 7 of the
Yeah.
year. Like, is it time to see what Fields can do? The Steelers are 3-4, lost their last 3 and X, Y, and Z or
Mhm.
whatever the heck happens. You know,
I don't think
so
we make it that long. I think we gonna be look up in a month and they're gonna be 0-4, 1-3, and people are gonna start being like, hold on, what's happening right now? Like,
if Russell got in 1 month in 4 games, they 1-3, 0-4. He got 3 touchdowns and 9 picks and completion percentage of 55 and QBR 74. Yeah,
yeah.
we might see some
Cause
stuff like that.
because my thought process behind why I really felt like Fields will probably start more games out of this season. Because that's why I changed it a little bit, because the real question was gonna be like who starts week 1, but it's like, okay, I figured you go, Fields, and I'd be like, nah, Russell Wilson, and blah blah blah. But because let's go down. I'll ask you, uh, the Broncos versus the
Right.
Steelers. Who has better weapons, Broncos or the Steelers?
Broncos had
Broncos.
last year. Broncos, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or has still shit. Like
yeah,
Broncos,
they
we
did.
agree
That's what I
there.
say. Broncos, yeah,
Running back, wide receiver, tight end. You got overall, you have the better because you had two good receivers,
yeah,
solid
yeah,
tight
yeah.
end, cool run game. Uh,
I would take the Broncos offense over the Steelers offense last year. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Outside of
Well,
quarterback,
not
that's what I'm
outside of
saying.
quarterback. Yeah,
Yeah.
outside of quarterback.
So it's like the defense. Who had the better defense, the Steelers
Oh
or the
shit.
Broncos? Right? No,
Probably
I mean,
Steelers.
I see. I fucked up already. I should be saying. Well, no, yeah, that's right. That's right. Steelers have the better defense,
Yeah,
worse
Steelers.
offense, and it's flipped the other way. So it's like, what makes people think that Russell Wilson will have more success with a worse team around him? Because the
Ah,
defense is better, but that
because
never makes
I feel
sense.
like the only thing that's better is his run game because the difference between if
Yeah, oh
we put
yeah,
the offense as a whole, yeah, but
that's a
Najee
good
Harris,
point.
the run game is, and that's what Russell Wilson need right now is that run because he's always been a heavy off the play action. If you believe my running back can run, then I can get you back with the Freiermuth is not a bad tight end, especially
No,
after play action. Because if anything, that's all Steelers had last year was play action.
true.
That's how Kenny Pickett and homeboy, who was the dude who played in the Mason Rudolph. The only
Yeah,
thing that was keeping them alive in the playoff
is
game
the
was play
right.
action and the run
Yeah,
game. So it's
Warren
just
and
like,
Harris.
yeah. So and then
That's
I would
true.
trust. So I mean
But that
that
I feel like
with
that's
Mike Tomlin and
let's do that with the Bears. The Bears is worse every single
shit.
version you try to flip this and turn it. The Bears are worse than the Steelers.
Yeah, but if they would have got him these weapons that they getting for Caleb Williams, Lord have mercy, they stacking up.
Yeah. I mean, I just think Fields is in a position where he can actually like fight for his life now. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's actually really a plus starter. But like I think he's in this is a position where okay, you got the tight end, you got a number one wide receiver, you have a 1-2 combo at running back, you have a top 12 defense minimum. At the worst, they're gonna be top half of the league. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even if TJ Watt goes down, you still have a top half of the league defense. All you got to do is come in here and not fuck it up, which is pretty much what he did for the Bears, but they're just so bad that not fucking it up
From the top down, they was
was
bad.
yeah, like if even if you just come in and you're just even, you're not a plus, you're not a negative, then like that's not good enough for this a team that's so bad. But yeah, I think it's weird because this is a weird situation that the Steelers put themselves in anyways. To me, it don't make no
I
sense.
Yeah, because I mean they only signed Russell to a 1 year deal, so they still got Fields for another year. So
Yeah, why not just draft Penix or Bo Nix? What's the difference?
shit, can tell you they got 2 years to sit down and find a quarterback. They ain't got to
Now,
rush to
yeah.
find one. They got 2 years because they can keep Fields for another year,
Yeah,
and
because
they can get.
what happens if one of them goes like balls out? What happens if Russell Wilson just
But if
loses his
they don't,
mind?
ball out, they might be in the running for Shador.
Good point. That's a good point. But yeah,
They probably like whatever. We could go get the first or the second best quarterback on the list. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Tomlin pulled the plug on getting Shador. If they both suck, I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if he go get Deion
Tank
son.
the season. All
It,
you look up, you 2-5, week 7. You like,
his first losing season in his career, he go get Shador right after
yep,
it.
that could be cool. Shit. Well, speaking of going and getting a quarterback, the next topic I had up for us is about the NFL draft. Who I'll just say what team needs to hit this draft the most in your opinion?
uh, Chargers,
Chargers was on my list.
Chargers.
Chargers on the list.
I think
Why? I should elaborate on why you feel like the Chargers.
because they in cap hell.
Yeah.
So the only way they can, that you could tell by them mortgaging everybody, like
Yep.
everybody's leaving. So you already know once teams start giving away all those people, they need to hit.
Yeah. They just
So
traded down to get more picks. So that's
yeah,
another
so they're
sign.
literally saying we're going all in on the draft. Hopefully we can hit and rebuild. So they're rebuilding.
Yep.
Uh, everybody in the NFC South. Like,
Yeah.
they just need to stay
I had
in
one
like
in particular though, because another team that's in cap
the
hell.
Panthers.
No, the Saints are in cap
Oh yeah, they are.
hell. They've been in hell for like 4 years. If any, for me, the biggest ones was I had Bills number one because you're a contender
Yeah,
and you just sold
yeah.
off your whole secondary, multiple players on the offense. If you don't hit in this draft, you're gonna be
Right
bad.
back. You're gonna be the old Bills.
You're gonna be a bad team. Another team that I had was the Cowboys. You didn't make no moves. You didn't
At
sign
all.
nobody. You let three people go. If you have a bad draft and just straight up run it back, that's bad news. Like
They
because you
ain't
guys
even
were
running it back because y'all losing like 7 people.
yeah, like the offensive line is going to be different. Like you have to do something in the draft. The Saints was the other one because of cap hell. It was one more because I didn't write these down, but I forgot what the other one was. Fuck.
You
Uh,
said the Chargers.
Chargers, Bills, Saints, Cowboys, Cardinals. Cardinals was the
Yeah,
other one because you guys
they
are
still a franchise.
they're in the in between stage where they keep just winning like 6 games, 7 games. Like you're in
Mhm.
that in between. You got a quarterback on a high dollar contract. He's locked in for what? 4 more years? 3 more? When did he sign his contract? 2 years ago?
He probably won't be a starter after that, but
But I mean, if you're gonna do it, signing Marvin Harrison, like bringing him in, you're gonna have to like hit on everything else because like you got a high dollar quarterback that isn't necessarily a superstar or producing at that level. Like if you want to jump back in to just being a playoff team again, like you have to hit the draft or you're going to have to reset and go back to being the Cardinals again, where you just
yeah.
bottom feeder for 6, 7 years, maybe. Like that's where
and
you're
and
at.
and yeah, then y'all get I don't know.
Kyler's contract is up in 2020 after the 2028 season.
Damn, so they got
He got
4 more years.
4 years. They could
And
get
again,
out in 2027 and it's zero dead cap. So really it's till 2027
yeah,
and
so
they
they
can
definitely
get
gonna
off
let
of
him
that.
go.
Yeah.
Unless he
Unless you
start
go
proving himself
crazy.
the next 2 years, year and a half, where he forces them to give him like a 2 year extension,
Yep.
he gonna be somewhere else. And somebody gonna start him. Somebody's gonna sign him to start. It's gonna be a quarterback
Yeah.
out there like I can do something with Kyler Murray, and he's
He's
gonna go
he's
get
one
it.
of those. I still think like there's still a little hope there. He's if we talking about Justin Fields has shown flashes, then what the fuck? Then Kyler Murray is the sun, just all light. Like if Justin
I
Fields
bet he
getting
happy
flashes and
AD. I
shit.
bet he happy AD retired because he saw flashes all right when he threw that ball in that playoff game.
Boy,
that man AD had Kyler Murray seeing ghosts, like
that
according
shit.
to
I
Daniel
mean,
Jones.
hey, that was a bad man. Shout
Oh
out,
boy,
shout out, Big Don, Big Aaron. That shit's
AD
crazy.
man, about
I
to ride
can't.
off in the
10
sunset.
years is wild. Like
It is well. I'm
Travis
30.
Kelsey
He
was
came
on
in the league when
his
I was 20.
Travis Kelsey was on his podcast talking about how like he was like he's Travis Kelsey's older than Aaron Donald, and he came into the league before him. So Aaron Donald has played his whole career within Travis Kelsey's career.
Travis
That's
Kelsey been in the
fucking
league
crazy.
for what?
2013, Aaron Donald
Yeah,
came in 2014. Yeah. Shout out Aaron Donald, first ballot Hall of Famer. Wouldn't make any
easy.
sense if he's not. That man made what, eight Pro Bowls in 10 years, was like top five defensive player of the year voter in like 6 of his 10 years. Like
They,
it's
they
ridiculous.
he made 10 straight Pro Bowls. I thought 10 All
Okay.
Pros or something like that.
It's one of those is like 8 out of 10, just because his rookie year, and then he had what, not this year, but the year before where he was kind of
And
mid.
so he's been an All Pro. I think it was 10 straight something like every year in his career he got something. I think it was All Pros though.
No, it might be. I
Maybe it
don't
was
remember.
Pro
It's one of
Bowls.
those. One of those is like you
Regardless,
got a
that's
year off.
hellas.
It's a lot. It's ridiculous. First ballot Hall of Fame, no question. Uh, yeah. Oh, 10-time Pro Bowl,
10 time
eight-time
Pro Bowl.
All Pro.
Okay.
Because he didn't make his All Pro his first year, and he didn't make All Pro either this year or last year. It was one of these indie years he didn't make the All Pro, and it was like, all right, well,
Well, because he was hurt too one of these years.
yeah. But yeah, shout out Aaron Donald, man. And all the offensive linemen in the league rejoiced in unison.
Yeah, now all y'all got to deal with is CJ.
Yeah, man. So, I'll ask you this. This is off script a little, well, off, our list a little bit. Chiefs wide receivers. Who's your favorite? If you're taking one in the first round.
Um, my top three I can give you.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm giving you based off availability, most likely
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
later round. It would be AD Mitchell,
Okay.
Franklin. Actually, I gotta give you four:
All right.
Franklin, Worthy, and then Rice.
Uh,
Brendan Rice
Brandon
from
Rice.
USC. Yeah,
Hell nah. What? No Keon Coleman?
I don't think he's gonna fall that far.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't think
I
Worthy
think
gonna fall
somebody.
that far either anymore. We might
Oh, I
see
think I
10 wide receivers taken in the first round. Can you believe that? We really might see 10.
Yeah, I know.
That's sick.
The market, man, for them, they everybody trying to hit on them, man. Everybody trying to get them like the Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins type thing, where we got two star receivers on our rookie contract, and then we're
Is
gonna
it
choose which one.
is it really gonna work like that forever though? Like it can't, right?
The way these kids is coming out as receivers, Colorado got a couple receivers. You like, man, a couple of these dudes could ball in the NFL, like, and that's just one school.
This shit is crazy. This is getting crazy. But I Troy Franklin, AD Mitchell, uh Keon Coleman. The nightmare scenario for me is the one that I've seen the most
Lad
times.
McConkle,
Lad fucking McConkey.
or whatever that dude name is.
Bro, I cannot deal with it. That means we talking about 8, 9, 10 receivers getting taken basically in the top 20, somewhere where we can't trade up and go get. And we're just stuck taking he was ranked like the 45th prospect in
But
these
what?
drafts for the
But
past
why
six
does
months.
people have him up there with us? What does he do that
Because
everybody's like, oh,
he's a great fit.
is a. The people think we need a running a fucking Wes Welker or something. We don't need nobody like that.
We
Like,
need a real X receiver. I don't think people
yeah,
understand that. I just
I
did this
don't know.
rant
Like,
earlier today talking to somebody where how many, okay, let me ask you, how many receivers do you think that we have on the roster, minus Rashee Rice, that are over 6 foot. Right now,
No,
currently, it's
I think
two.
I can't. Marcus Kemp still on the roster?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I know. Uh,
It's two people that you should for sure know. The other one is like a highly
Josh is. I mean, Josh is. Not. Justin Ross still on the team?
Justin Ross is still on the roster. He's 6'4", so
Okay.
there's one.
Okay. It's one, and then
Marcus Kemp, by the way, is not on the Chiefs. He is on the Commanders now.
okay. Percent not on there no more. Justin Watson.
Justin Watson.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like every time people say Lad McConkey, oh, he's a good slot receiver that gets open. He ran a 4.3, and I just look at that shit, and that's why I don't want Xavier Worthy as much. I can't deal with more 5'10" wide receivers with bad hands. How many times
Mm,
are we going to draft the 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" receiver with bad hands because he's fast? And maybe 3 years from now, he could be a league average starter somehow. Like, how many times are we going to look at Justin Ross, John Ross? John Ross went in the top like 15.
hmm
He was like the 12th pick in the draft, and he basically didn't play ever.
Yeah.
How crazy that is? He was so
I, s-
bad, he didn't play.
I seen him play in college.
That's so sick.
He was good in college.
I mean, I have a bad feeling about Xavier Worthy the same way. He's damn near smaller than John Ross. He weighs less. He's taller, so that means he's thinner than that. Like it's just I
Because
can't.
Xavier Worthy is what,
6 foot.
6 foot?
I think he at the combine he came in at 6 foot 160. That's small. Like that's like you sneeze on him and he fly away type small. Like, but no, it's just I can't do that shit anymore. Like we got rid of MVS, and then there's
Yeah.
three other options at the end of the first round that are MVS like players that are actually better.
Yeah.
MVS, I looked it up this morning. MVS in high school had 800 yards in his senior year. Went to NC State and then another random ass school and got drafted in the fifth round. He wasn't never good. So we can draft
It was
some.
just a tall receiver.
Yeah,
Wasn't he tall? Was 6'3", ran a
he's six
4'3", right?
four, something like that. Yeah,
It's 6'4", running a 4'3". That's why he got
yep,
a chance.
with no hands. But Xavier Worthy, 5'11", 165 pounds. That's what he came in at. You just a regular size dude.
My size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just a regular size dude, bro. That's not like that's scarier though for the NFL, where you just got oh that shit is I don't know. Like if we're to the point where
I don't. We're not getting Lad McConkle though, or McConkey. We're not getting like
I can't do the Lad McConkey shit, bro. Like it makes me
Pat is not
so
going.
mad,
Pat not
bro.
going for that.
I
We're
just
not.
want to
We
point
not.
this is also another point that I had too. Think about this shit. When we lost both Super Bowls, who was the number one and number two receivers in those two Super Bowls, or the 2 years, I should say, the AFC Championship when we lost, and then the Super Bowl we lost with no offensive line.
Demarcus Robertson and Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek won the Patriots, the Tom Brady Super Bowl with the Buccaneers that we lost. Number one, number two was McCole Hardman and Tyreek Hill.
Oh damn, McCall was all the way back
He,
there.
he was our number two a couple years ago. The
Yeah,
other
that
one,
because he was that wasn't that like his third year in the league or something like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, second,
Yeah,
third, yeah. The other one, the other year was Tyreek Hill, and I think it was Demarcus Robinson. I think Sammy Watkins, that was the year he got hurt. So he was on the team, but I think it was just Reek and Demarcus
D-Rob. That's
Robinson,
it.
and he's 6'1". So he basically, the Rashee Rice mold with
Right.
worse hands. But it's just like, and then think about that. Juju, we won the Super Bowl last year with Juju. He's 6'2". You got MVS this year is the second receiver. He's 6'4". Like Rashee Rice 6'1". Just don't do this shit. Or
Yeah.
just draft a tackle or something. I'll be perfectly fine. As long as it's not Lad McConkey in the first round, I'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm
I'm cool
not.
with that.
I'm done with the Clyde Edwards experiments.
Yes, that bullshit. I'm done. If you telling me that we trade L'Jarius Sneed for the 43rd pick, 44th pick, and we take Lad McConkey there, and we
Then that's
drafted,
okay.
yeah, we drafted a tackle in the first round, or we drafted some other shit in the first round, and then with the 40th pick in the second round, and then we still got 60. Okay, now I'm a little okay with Lad McConkey then. I won't be happy,
Right.
but I'll be like, all right,
I'd I'd be
second
happy with
round.
Lad in a third.
I don't have to look
Honestly.
up when it's 2029 and Lad McConkey is coming up on the last year of his contract.
And then we're looking forward. Then we're looking like we like, oh, we got to pay Lad. Like
Yeah,
really?
like same with
What?
Clyde right now. Clyde is still on the team.
Why haven't
He's
nobody want
still
him?
on the team.
Does nobody want him? Like
Of
I'm just
course
confused.
not.
Like
He been hurt every year. He 5'7". He came out running a 4'7". Now he ran a 4.65. Coming out the draft, he 5'6".
and these men drafted him in the first round.
In the first round, he got a 5 year. His contract ain't up till the end of next year.
Come on, I know there ain't that much dead cap we get with Clyde. Like,
I don't
come
know,
on,
man.
man.
I just wanted to get some anger, some Chiefs anger in there. It always got to throw a little bit in there because I just keep seeing that and it's pissing me off. There's a bunch of 6'3", 6'4", 6'2" receivers that are all slotted in the same area. Just move up 2, 3 picks and take them. Jesus Christ. No, he don't have no dead money outs.
Get them. He gonna be gone by the end of the training camp.
That is sick, bro.
He's gonna be one of those before the end of the season, before the season start cuts. Like he's
He
gonna be
might
like
be.
Clyde cut from the Chiefs.
Oh wait, is he on the team still? Hold on. Because when I pulled it up, they ain't even got this man on the roster with a contract.
I don't want to wish him a man downfall, but him and him
Hmm.
and him and Kyler Murray in the same backfield would probably be the smallest backfield ever. I just thought of that. I'm like, what if he went to the Cardinals? It's just like Kyler Murray
That
and
is
Clyde in the
hilarious.
backfield.
Maybe he's not on the team.
I mean, about time, shit.
Let's see. Let me look up. Damn, he just sitting in free agency. He is a free agent.
Ain't
The
nobody talked about it.
Chiefs declined his 5th year option, and he's a free
Yes.
agent right now. Wow. 8 hours ago. Chiefs running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire to the Bills? Please.
Yeah.
Please go to the
Is
Bills.
that what it say?
Yes, the 8 hours ago, Sports Illustrated posted that. Buffalo Bills. Bills predicted to sign former Chiefs dynamic first round running back.
Oh.
Hey, Bills fans,
With
let me
him and
tell
Cook?
you.
Oh, okay. I'll be so mad if Cook went to the
Oh
bench and Clyde
no,
came in.
please don't sign Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Bills. He's such a great dynamic player. Hey, shout out to
He
Clyde, man.
said,
Do your shit, man.
man, hey,
Get
go
that
get that
money,
money.
bro.
Go get that 1 year, 3 million,
I
or one
can't,
year,
yeah.
2 million, 3 million based on incentives or something like that. Like you good.
I can't hate on a man getting his money, just not here.
But just yeah. We won't pay you that. I'd rather sign Willie Gay back before I do that.
He only
But
24 years old.
and
25?
he's now a backup for the rest of his NFL career.
He about to turn 25 in like a couple weeks. He's still young. But
At
all
least he
right,
can say he was a first rounder. And he got what,
true.
two Super Bowls? Three?
Yeah, made like 20 million. That's a nice life. Nice, right? That's for anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'll
mean,
take that.
I'd suck for 4 years and never play again for 20
Boy,
million.
boy, right?
Like,
That's a hell of
yeah,
a
why
life,
not?
man. All right, let's
Yeah.
jump over. We can run through some NBA real quick. NBA playoff predictions. I'm just going. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time. I've been watching the past like 3 weeks. So I try to
Yeah.
watch 3 or 4 times a
I,
week.
I, yeah,
Um, Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I just have a hard time going against Denver right now.
Same. I don't know who's supposed to. I know the Mavericks. I seen that with the Kyrie left-handed shot. I don't know how you're supposed to beat. the Nuggets.
7 times or
They
four. My
shot.
fault.
I watched that Celtics game and they shot like 2 for 19 from three and still came away with the game. You know how
Yeah.
sick that is. Every time they come down court, they get an open layup. They get some weird mid range shot
Ooh.
off a handoff. Like,
And Joker just to be getting your ass beat by a dude who really don't care. He just there like, yeah, I'm
or
just
at least
hooping.
look like it. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
it's
be
just
doing
like,
shit.
and it's just so easy to him passing, shooting, scoring. Like
But
he's
I
literally
told
the
you
best player.
that shot is really what like because I hadn't really watched a ton of Jokic outside of the playoffs last year, outside of like the finals specifically. But like when he did that goofy ass shit where he spun, I said like I still can't. It's so silly, but like spun into a double team and then just like fuck it, I'm just gonna throw it up. And he made that shit was so crazy. And sometimes he'll do that shit
He on
like
the
oops, I
3 point
walked
line.
yeah, or like oops, I walked into a double team. I'm just gonna throw a oop, perfect, right on the money. Bam, Aaron Gordon. Wow. You just like how? You just turned around into a double team, threw the ball up in the air. Like it's shit like that where you just like, bruh, like you are on a
Yeah,
different realm when it comes to that area of the
just
game.
hooping.
Just hooping like I'm just doing shit and it worked. I'm just doing goofy shit. Don't even look like I'm not moving fast. I can't jump. I'm just doing little shit, just getting rebound, throw it up. The man can't jump, but this far off the ground.
When you 7'2", that's what happens.
He
Just
only 6'10", 6'11".
the
He's not
nigga
even
look
7 foot.
7 foot tall.
He
He
look
looks seven
huge.
foot.
It's because
That's what
he's
I'm saying. He look.
wide.
He, he just be.
He just got
I
a
always thought.
wide
I don't know why I always
sternum.
thought he was 7 foot, but he be playing like he's 7 foot. Shit,
He listed at 6'11". So he might not even be 6'11". He might be
I'm like about
6'10".
6'10". Shit,
260 probably though. That's where and shit just the weirdest part of it is he don't look strong, but he looks big but not strong, and people just bounce off of him. Like that's like athletes where you're like, oh, this is a big athletic person, Jaylen Brown. Run into him, just bounce off of him. He don't look like he even breaking a sweat. Like that shit is scary, and their team is deep. Aaron Gordon has just become
yeah,
a good player. I still remember the
good.
Magic Aaron Gordon. Like what the fuck? He's like a totally different person.
Well,
They
he was
grew
just a dunker.
dreads.
He was just a
Yeah,
dunker. That's what it is. Well,
them dreads, bro.
when you're around a guy like Joker, you ain't got to worry.
Changes
And then
shit.
Jamal Murray, and then other people, you ain't got to. When he was a Magic, he was one of the top players on that team,
Yeah, he was asked to do
supposedly.
everything
Yeah,
because they thought coming out of college that he would learn to dribble and he could play the three, and he never did that.
no,
They found out, oh, you can't hold guards, you can barely hold dudes at the three, and
you're
you
gonna have to play
can't
the
dribble
four.
or pass. You have
He
to play the
was
4 and the 5 now. So I remember him coming out, and it was like, oh shit, this light skinned dude, he got stupid bounce,
stupid balance.
and he could shoot a little bit, and maybe one day he could play the three. It's like, nah, that shit did not happen whatsoever. But I mean, yeah, Denver, it's tough for Denver. Who else do you have in the running to even like compete at that level? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I do not believe in the
Mm.
Celtics, not one bit. I just
Now they
don't
gonna get
believe it.
smacked by Denver.
Anytime I
I
watch them, I just look at them like this is not a team that I feel like is a dominant team the same way that they
I don't
record
know.
shows.
It's hard because the Lakers don't play Denver bad. They just can't close the
True.
fucking game.
Yeah,
Like, it's just like people be thinking the Lakers be getting blown out by Denver. That's not the case. They're in every game.
true.
They just
Yeah.
don't know how to close it. It's like Joker be playing with them until the end. It's just like young LeBron wouldn't have that,
Yeah.
but old LeBron and
I mean, think about
young Joker is
they
kind of
got
different.
swept off of Jokic just throwing up that goofy ass shit from behind his head from like
I know.
27 feet out. AD right in his face. And he just throw it up from behind his
Bro,
head.
that's what I'm saying. It was like it was good games. It's just like what the and it was just Joker doing some shit. You just
Doing
like
some shit that work. He just do some shit and it work
turn
every other
around
time.
3 point before the half buzzer, boom, and off the backboard. And you like,
All right.
what the fuck?
That's all you can do is like, all right, bro. If that's
You're
what you're
like, is he
doing,
supposed
then
to make that?
yeah, exactly. That's the shit where you're just like, all right, bro, what do you want me to do? A weird turnaround,
That's where
fall
you a coach. You
away.
be like, all you can say is keep doing what you're doing. He
Yeah,
gonna
keep
miss.
playing hard. That's when you start coming. Come on, y'all.
Y'all doing good. Come on. It's
Intensity,
like
intensity. Come on, keep it up, keep it up. Like, yeah, low key. And then you telling the assistant coach, these motherfuckers, this motherfucker
this man hit
cooking us.
everything.
Yeah, like
Like,
he is killing us.
what he got like 40 now?
Yeah,
Like,
he got 20. Nah,
a
he ain't got 40.
40-point triple.
He ain't got 40. He has 15, 15, and 15.
with five
Shooting
blocks.
90%. Yeah. He just like, oh fuck.
He be like, wait, doing all that? Yeah.
Yeah. Triple
Triple double
double.
with 87% from the field. Like, what
This
is
shit is
going on?
crazy. He shot 3 free throws. Like, what?
Yeah.
Nah, that
He's
shit is wild.
responsible for 80% of the points this half. It's just like, what?
Yeah. They shot 9 times. He had 9 assists. You're like, what the fuck? What is this? This
It
goofy
sound like
built white dude, bro.
it sound like Sabonis stats too. Shit.
Sabonis, but Sabonis, that shit is. I don't believe the Sabonis shit. Just
That
bro, he
man.
like 6'8". He ain't nah. He don't. He just don't look the same as Jokic. He's putting up numbers this
Nah.
year, but it's like when I
Yeah, he
watch
don't
that
look
shit, I
like a
just go, mm-mm.
he
Somebody
do
finna
be
lock you up.
so he do be throwing good passes though. I know his
Yeah.
passing is good. But his points be scattered. He don't be dropping an easy 30
Well,
like
that's what I mean
Joker
with
do.
like it's like Sabonis, somebody locking him up.
Yeah.
Jokic is like, I don't even know
You
how
can't do
you
shit
getting this
with
shit
it.
off. Like, yeah, like you just getting shit off and it's like unstoppable. But like Sabonis, I don't never see that. You're very stoppable. You just have some good nights. But how do you okay, so this will lead us into our next shit. A lot of people feel like the Timberwolves are kind of the antidote for the Nuggets because it's the same formula as the Lakers had in 2020 when they played them in the conference finals where we got AD, Dwight, JaVale McGee, and there was somebody else that was smaller, that was like a three that they switched on to him.
Rui.
No, I don't think Rui was there yet. I can't remember.
Well,
It
Rui
was
was you talking
somebody.
about last year, right?
No, 2020 in the
Oh,
bubble,
2020. Oh, in the bubble.
and they cooked Jokic. They basically shut him down. They shut him down as much as you
Yeah,
could shut Jokic
he ain't
down.
the
Yeah,
same player from then.
that's true. But they
They
feel like people feel like that the Timberwolves have the formula. They have Rudy go. You can throw Rudy at him. You could throw Karl Anthony Towns at him. You could throw Nas Reed at him. You could throw Kyle
right.
Anderson. He's 6'10". You could throw some of your swing players are 6'9", 6'10", big body guys you could throw at him. And people feel like that's all you could do is just keep throwing fresh bodies at Jokic the whole time and just hope Rudy Gobert can a few times get some stops when it matters.
So
Uh,
how many times?
uh,
So how many people can he drop 40 on in one night?
I mean, yeah,
Like it's gonna be
I'm
like, all
with
right,
you.
you
It's
hold him
tough.
tonight 40. You hold him tonight 40.
Yeah,
All
because I
right, you
don't
gonna hold
think
him tonight 40. You get 20. You get 20. It's like
I
okay,
want
Cal
to
Anderson's
believe
gonna get
it.
30 and 30 on him. Like
Boy, I want to believe in the Timberwolves because Anthony Edwards is so fun to watch,
yeah, I want to see him dunk on
but
Joker.
it's the Timberwolves and nah, Jokic, he getting out the way. He always get out the way.
He said,
Every
"Not me,
time.
buddy."
I think it was Jalen Brown on one of them. So it was it wasn't Jalen Brown, it was somebody else recently. And he was literally right in the paint. He backed up like, nope. Like I'm not help. He was on help. He was the help, and he just backed out of the paint. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm just
He
going,
said,
bro.
"Yeah,
You got that?
what I look like.
Yeah, take
Take
that.
these tools."
Yep, take that. But yeah, it's just tough. Like who I don't like the Knicks. No, like somebody who from the
Mm-mm.
West. You got. Let me pull up the NBA standings real quick. 'Cause it's like Lakers,
Mm-mm.
no. Timberwolves, Thunder,
Uh,
absolutely. The
yeah,
Thunder,
no.
that shit is cool.
He
That's a
gonna,
dope
Chet gonna
story,
get
but
bodied.
he'll smoked. I mean, unless he just
Chet,
hitting threes out of his mind or something.
everybody already said it's easy playing against Chet. Just put a shoulder in his chest.
Yeah, I
Both
mean,
him and Wemby.
look what Wemby did. Wemby headbutted Chet in that first game,
Uh,
just dropped him to the floor. But Clippers, they ain't got no
you got
Zubac,
James Harden playing defense on his own players now. So
and
I don't.
I'm a James Harden fan, but bro, if
I
Kawhi
don't
would
even
have made
think.
it, we wouldn't have talked about it as much. But he missed the shot.
But he did that to somebody who's not even known to be a shooter.
Bruh. And
Like you
Kawhi
did
looked
that.
like he wasn't having no fun with it. Like, bro, what are you doing? He shot that shit and just came down like Like, what the fuck? What is happening here?
Like, bro, you did. I can see that was Curry or
Yeah,
somebody you know that can play, or what. You
or
did it
even
against
Paul
Kawhi,
George.
man.
Shit.
Right? You did it with Kawhi.
Yeah,
Like
sad. But the Clippers, y'all have one big man on your roster that even plays, so that's not happening.
Zubac is not it
Yeah, he
either.
not doing
So
it. Pelicans,
what? Nurkic, he gets bored, so he can't score
no, that's
from the Suns. From the
Valanciunas. Oh yeah,
yeah,
Suns. Nah, I mean they have no Bobo getting killed, and then
Bobo getting murdered. He
in
played with them.
Eubanks. Nah, that ain't happening. Mavericks have Lively, Gafford,
Yeah,
the light
Gafford just
skinned
coming off
dude, but
injury.
he's 6'8". I mean, I
They just
think
ain't got no defense.
none. I did you watch
Zero
The Heat
defense.
game with the Mavericks? That shit
Yeah.
was oof. Like the first
Like
quarter, it
every
was like
time I've
34-30. I was like, bro, they literally not playing no backdoor cuts like high school games.
boy, I'm like, what is
Like, what is like what the fuck?
it?
You had two people open on a backdoor cut. This the NBA. I don't know. But yeah, Lakers, Warriors is cooked. Like, sorry, Curry, your whole team is cooked but you. So good luck with that.
Draymond can't do it no more.
The Kings, Sabonis is too small.
Small.
I don't even know who their other big is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So shit, he bigger than Sabonis. No,
They got JaVale McGee, Alex Lynn. They don't have no bigs. That's why they're gonna put Keegan Murray on him. Hell no. Nah.
that's a cook sesh.
But yeah, good luck. The East, I hate the East. I ain't gonna lie to you. The East is just annoying. You got the Celtics, Bucks, and then I gotta pretend like I believe in the Cavs, Knicks. The Magic is still too young. Pacers is still too
Yeah,
young. The Bulls suck. 76ers with no Embiid. That's annoying. Why are they
horrible.
even? Yeah, y'all need to just kick them out the
Like,
playoffs. That's terrible.
and
Uh,
right, I just
the
damn that sucks
Bulls,
too.
like no bull.
No,
That's
no
ew,
Bulls. What
ew.
am I doing?
Kobe White has been fine. That's been cool. Like seeing Kobe White just turn into a real player, but nah, I'm
Yeah,
not with it.
nah. He'll
The
probably end up
Hawks,
being somewhere else.
the Hawks with no Trey. Everybody was like,
Mm.
"Oh, we get to see what Dejounte Murray does without Trey." They're worse. Like,
Yeah,
like what
all
did you
he's gonna
think
do
was
is
gonna
drop. He's
happen?
gonna drop 40 and have 3 assists and 4 rebounds, and that's
And y'all
what's
gonna
gonna be the
lose
Hawk.
by 15 every game. It's like, yeah, people really thought there was some weird Ewing theory with Trey Young. Like they were gonna get better without Trey Young. They didn't get better without Trey Young.
Yeah.
Trey Young
Why
is
would
just
they?
a like. What do you? He damn near averaged 30 and 10.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean he gonna get better without him? No, like he's a heliocentric player, and you take away the sun out of the sky and want people to live. Not happening. But yeah, like I have a hard time believing that anybody gonna beat the Nuggets. But the next question I ask you, since we had the Timberwolves talk, so there's a lot of there's been a lot of hype in Anthony Edwards right now.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
Jordan-esque stuff. I personally, my take really on player comparison, not the question we have, but like who does he I think he's more D Wade than he is Michael Jordan. Like I don't get the Michael Jordan shit. I see D Wade. He's just a taller D Wade with less handles. That's it. Explosive, quick guard that can play defense
And dunk on anybody come through the
and just
lane.
dunk on everybody, do crazy shit, super athlete. Like he's probably, which is weird to say, he's probably more explosive than D Wade, but D Wade was probably faster
I
than
get it.
Anthony
Yeah.
Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Mm-hmm.
quicker. Like D Wade is just
Cool.
quicker
That's
to the
because his
rim.
nickname was Flash.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so it's just like, yes, he was quicker, but Ant is
Anthony
more,
Edwards, he's stronger, more explosive
yeah,
to the rim, which is weird to say somebody more
bigger
explosive to
body
the
though.
rim. That's true.
He's,
That's true.
yeah, he's bigger body, so that's probably a reason behind it. But I like that comparison. I just don't
Yeah.
like the Jordan.
But
Like,
the question is, where right now, which will lead us into the last question, where do you rank Anthony Edwards this season?
uh, I think I've kind of based my list off this season a little bit, but it was hard. I still had him. fighting for number 10 on my list.
Okay, we have him in around the same spot. I have him ninth.
Yeah, yeah. I say I still got him fighting with Jimmy Butler and him is like I was a toss up. Like who do I want as my number 10
Ah, okay.
right now?
You probably gonna be
So
mad at who I have at number 10. You have a list written down?
yeah, right here.
Okay, read me your top
So
10. Top
I
10
got
NBA players right now. We'll say right now as a
right.
little caveat. Yeah.
As so right now I got one Joker, two Giannis, three Tatum, four Embiid, five LeBron, six Steph, seven Luca, KD eight, AD nine, SGA. Oh, wait, is that 10 already?
You
One,
right
two,
there.
three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yeah, SGA was 10. So I think I had Ant sitting outside the 10.
Ah, okay. Now here's my list. So listen to your list because I don't have Embiid because he's been hurt like
And
most of
that's
the
the
year
reason
now.
why I got him on my list. The fall off that team has had since he's been gone,
Crazy.
and finding out that his number two really can't even hoop like that.
Mm-mm.
Tobias Harris, my God,
Oh
where
no,
have you been
Tobias.
at? Like I've tried watching games, and I'm like, dude
He
don't know
don't
how to
do
hoop at all.
nothing. He don't
Like,
do nothing, bro. It's
I mean,
so
Maxi's
crazy.
trying, but Maxi can't
But
lead a
this
team
has
yet.
been a sneaky like if you really into the NBA like how it used to be. I'm trying to get back into it, but the sneaky thing that people don't really talk about because it's weird. Tobias Harris don't do anything.
At
What
all.
does he do? He don't. He's
Nothing.
not a banging a big 6'9" bang the boards play defense guy. He's not a good shooter.
Mm-mm.
He's not good on the ball. He just
No.
he just be out there.
He's bro
He
making
really,
bread.
and he be the highest. He's the second highest paid player on the team, and he just be out there.
Dude, I'm trying to come. I was watching the game, literally sitting there like, bro,
It's like, oh
what are
shit,
you
Tobias
doing?
Harris. Like, oh yeah,
I
there he
did.
is.
I'm like, what, dude, acting like he don't know what to do on the double team, throwing the ball in the stands. I'm like, bro, you're in the NBA right now. Like,
Yep.
stop. What are you
That been a
doing?
sneaky thing, bro. Like he really don't be doing shit. That shit is wild.
He's just
He don't
horrible.
be
Like,
doing shit
get it together.
because I was thinking about that not too long because somebody was talking about Trae Young and I was thinking about the 2021 uh playoffs when they lost. And I was like, hold on. What did Tobias Harris do in that series? And it was like, wait, no Tobias and then I was like, Tobias Harris, he wasn't on that team, right?
Definitely was.
Like,
Probably.
no, he was
Probably
a
had
1,000% on that team.
6 points, two rebounds.
He
Head
was a
ass,
thousand
man.
percent on that team. And then it was like, all right, so he had, but no, here's the thing. Here's what's funny, right? This is his game log against Atlanta in the playoffs 20, 22, 22, 20, 24, 24. But then it was like, what the fuck? Like, so it's like he's like an invisible person, bro. Like, he just be getting 20, and you're like, bro, you didn't do shit. Then you look, you're like, no, he had 18, 5, and 4. Like, he was solid. He just is literally like the
but
definition
he
of
don't live
league average player.
and
Just be out
but
there.
don't live up to their contract. But literally, you could tell you can make $30 million a year being average in the NBA.
1,000%. Just be Tobias Harris.
It's just
That's
all
all
I
he
gotta
needs to
do.
do.
Like you could literally not be that good and make 30 million a year. Okay,
Yep. Like one of these games, he took 25 shots. It's like what?
yeah, I know.
But yeah,
Because Joe Embiid ain't there. That's why.
okay. So my list is Jokic, Luca, Giannis, SGA, Curry, KD, Tatum, Brunson, Anthony Edwards, LeBron. That's my top 10.
I think I did a lot more impact on my team than I
And
did
I
like.
did really like mine is really focused on this season. KD is up there because
Well, I'm
I
talking
don't
about the impact they have on their team this season. Like,
wait, who do you
well,
think don't have an impact on their team in my top
I'm
10?
just, well, I'm just saying Luca do, but it's just like not as much as LeBron does for the Lakers.
I could argue the complete opposite. You know how I love LeBron. I don't want to do this right now.
Or Steph for the Warriors. Like these are the types
Steph
of players
is
like
the Warriors though.
is the
Oh,
impact.
that's what you're trying. But Luca is too though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
Like
it's just like they don't his impact is big, but when there's not, you don't think winning with Luka as much as you do.
You
Like,
crazy? What? They in the playoff? They've been he
I know
took
they
a
in the
team to the
playoff
playoffs
thing, but
every year except
yeah, but
last
they don't
year.
do. But they're never really just like a scary team like that. With
Yeah,
like,
what?
I
They
don't
went to
think
the
they're really that.
conference finals a couple years ago.
You know how many teams we could say that about, and then they
Not a
just like,
lot.
and then they just always just like fall off. I just don't.
So wait, hold on. So oh man, we finna argue about this. I have a lot for the next few months. You don't believe Luca is one of the like who did you have?
No, I
Hold on,
got
hold
him
on.
in
So
my
you
top.
had
I got him. I
yeah,
had
I'm about to
Joker,
say
Giannis. I got him. I had him. Joker, Giannis, Tatum, Embiid, LeBron, Steph, Luca.
now see that's where we gonna really have a fight at. Tatum is over Luca?
That's why I got him right
No
now.
way. Not when Jaylen Brown is the best player on your team 75% of the time. No
Yeah,
way. But I mean,
I one been to a final. That's all I know.
yeah, we can
Uh
the
oh.
argument. I mean, we can have this argument. We can say we can couch this argument for a later time because the look at the teams. Let's start there. One got drafted the second year he was there. He had an awesome team. Name me any other person that name me the other number two players Luca has had.
They
And
should
don't
have
say and
kept Brunson.
Brunson don't even count because he was coming off the bench or scoring 10 points a game back then. Or like
But then
12,
I mean,
15
he
points a game.
emerged. He emerged that later back in
Yeah, they should have
other.
started him when they had him. That shit was dumb in the first place. Everybody knew, hey, this dude is nice. Y'all got him coming off the bench. That shit's crazy.
But I mean, he got Kyrie now, but he had Porzingis for a minute too, didn't he? Well, was Porzingis hurt
Porzingis was
those
hurt all
years?
the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
a
probably
lot of
why
the
they
time it
traded
was
him.
like Brunson and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah,
But we can couch this. We can have that full debate.
I'm not saying Luca, but I mean, I still got him sixth. I
Yeah.
just, I just feel like those
I mean, it's
players
funny because
right
I got
now.
Tatum 7, so we just have them flip flopped in our minds of like who is a better person. But like I have KD so high because I feel like KD is really carrying the Suns right now. Like Devin
Which is
Booker
awkward. They
is
got too good of a team to get carried by one
yeah,
person.
and it's weird because when you watch Suns games, it's just like I watched who was they playing? The Celtics. They bench is trash. It was like 65-69 going there was like 4 minutes left going into the halftime or something like that. And they put both teams put the bench in. The Celtics went on like a 15-4 run just in like
Like,
3 minutes. We're just like three brick, layup, brick, layup, layup. It was like, your bench is awful. That shit
yeah.
is sad. But yeah, so we have roughly. Oh, you want to hear the rest? I have 20. I did 20. You want to hear the next 20 or the next
Yeah,
10?
next 10. Let me hear it.
Okay. 11 is Kawhi, and then Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler,
Mhm.
Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, Kyrie, Wemby, Lillard, and De'Aaron Fox at 20.
Not bad.
Yeah, because it's like then you start getting into like, okay, is Jaylen Brown up here? Like
Then you start getting into like, all right, we got
Sabonis and Jaylen Brown, I think were like the next options. That's when I stopped doing the list. I'm like, all right,
we
20 is
still got
cool.
like Zion
Yeah, like you
and
get into that.
Ja
I don't.
and
I didn't do Ja because he been hurt all year. He barely played this year, so I didn't even put Ja in because Ja
yeah,
would probably be more. He
but
would
since you
be
got
fighting up there.
Cat and all
Yeah,
them.
Cat is floating around that 25 area. Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
yeah.
Bradley Bill, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Nah, I don't know how he ain't been playing too good.
Yeah, he been hurt too, so I wouldn't even put him on the list. He ain't played enough. I think Bradley Beal
Shit,
played like 20,
Bam, maybe
maybe.
Bam, top 20 somewhere floating around 25.
Nah, he's
Uh,
probably because if you go 20, so what, 21, we're talking about Jaylen Brown, Sabonis, uh, what, Zion, Cat, and then you said who? Damn, who we just talking about?
Bam.
Bam.
He be having his little spurts.
I think maybe, yeah, he probably goes in there because then Paul George is coming up.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's probably right there, 25 to 30
it's
range.
because who's on? I mean, is that when you start trying to throw in like Paolo and
Nah, it's some more
it's
people in
not?
there. Hold on, let me see something.
I'm trying to think. Jamal Murray is top 20. Man. That's when you start doing and with everybody name you do. You're
Yeah,
just like,
yep. You're like,
who else can I think
could he
of?
be in there? Let me see. It's funny because I did this two ways. I pulled up the PER leaders, the points per game leaders, and then I went. Funny enough, I went to 2K ratings and was like, are these ratings right? Like, who's rated correctly? And then looked based off of that, and I was like, all right, let me move this person up. I'd move this person up.
Kentucky is
Um,
losing currently.
damn. Yeah, you're in the Paul George, Jalen Brown, Zion,
Yeah,
Cat. Yeah, like the second player. So like, yeah, Bam, Jamal Murray, Paul George, Siakam,
yeah.
Laurie Markkinen and shit. Yeah.
Ah.
So yeah, once you start talking about Laurie Markkinen, that's when you know the podcast is over. Laurie Markkinen talks is where it stops. Currently your boys just held off a
Yeah,
run.
I know.
If you've
55,
been watching,
43.
because
I have right
it
here.
was what was it 39, 35 there for a second. Like,
I know you see my head going back
woo.
and forth. We
Yeah,
we we
yeah.
good. We good.
I looked up and seen I was like, damn, they down five. When they just
If-
up like 15? Like, what is happening? They held the run off. They probably should win this game unless some miracle shit happens.
They up 12 right now, 46 seconds. We good.
Man, what KU starts in about damn, that's still an hour away. What the
Iowa
fuck?
State is holding off 2 minutes into the second half.
Oh,
They up
Kentucky.
42,
Oh,
38. Kentucky
Kentucky only down
losing.
three. That ain't nothing.
Hey, they down. It's March Madness. These teams.
But I need to watch
Gonzaga
that.
smacking somebody. McNeese.
Yeah,
BYU lost to who is DUQ? No, don't really know that.
Duquesne.
Yeah, Duquesne. Creighton beat Akron. Arizona beat Long Beach State. So everybody bracket ain't too bad right now. If you got everybody got UK winning, hopefully y'all praying.
Boy,
Illinois won, so
it's
anyway,
still
ain't too many
time left in that
upsets.
game too.
Dayton beat Nevada. I think they
Damn,
came back from like a 20 point. I seen that one.
that's crazy. But yeah,
They
so
was
I
down like
think.
50.
Oh, what was you about to say?
I would say they was down like 15. They came back and won 63-60. So yeah.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, I'm just wait. I can't wait. Just hurry up and get to the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
so we can so it's easier to watch these fucking games, but I can't pay attention to all this shit. But
Man.
yeah, so we did our top 10. We did some football talk. Nice, well-rounded podcast today, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Not too much arguing. Yeah, I
yeah.
think it was in Zach Wilson
Oh man, that
because
would have been
then it would have
funny.
been. I was about to go him,
Me
man.
arguing for Zach Wilson is crazy.
I really thought that's what this pod was going towards.
No way, bro. I'm not starving that much. Cause we'll start yelling at each other and shit. Like, if I really believe that, that would be a crazy argument.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, you really want me to believe it?" Like, I don't know.
But I
I
think
do not
that
know.
Luca Tatum debate that could be a good one. That could
Maybe.
definitely be a good conversation to have. But we'll deal with that when we can. Let's
Yes,
end
sir.
here. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. Enjoy football is king. So we're gonna keep talking football. Basketball, the playoffs is right around the corner, so that's nice. March Madness. When is the end? So we basically got like what, 3 more weeks of this?
Yeah, 3 more weeks.
So that'll be fun to start talking about some of that. I'll have to start tapping in after these first two rounds. Is like, all right, bro. I'm trying
Well,
to
you
watch.
coming up on some good games now because uh
Yeah.
Arizona play Creighton next round. It's gonna be
Ah,
a good game.
okay.
So
Okay.
it got a lot of this thing is loaded, boy. Like these are gonna be some good rounds in the
I
second
don't
round.
know anybody on any team. I'm a KU fan. I
That's what
barely know who is on KU right now, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
that's what's the magic about it is because
You just
everybody a
watching.
no name. It's just like you just
Yeah.
watch. I'm a Texas fan. It's just like that's about it. And we got three starters as graduate started. So that's the only thing about Texas is like we're an older team.
You got
Like,
24-year-olds playing this shit.
yeah.
Jeez. Now they showing their bracket now. Oregon, Creighton. I know there's an NBA prospect on Oregon.
Oregon Creighton, that's what it is. I said Arizona. Arizona plays
Okay.
somebody though. I forgot who.
Tennessee, they got that white dude who been hooping. I don't
Yeah,
know
the
his
real
name,
tall dude. I
but I
don't know
know the
his name,
white
but
dude,
yeah.
yeah, the shooter. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Outro stuff. Follow, subscribe, like, hit the bell, wherever the fuck it's at. Do all the shit. It's 2024. You on YouTube watching a podcast with 21 subscribers. Like you know what to do if you got
Just
this far and
subscribe.
this deep. Yeah. Hit the button. Follow on TikTok, all that. Yeah. So see you guys.